Today, we're discussing demons. So I'm reading from A Dictionary of Devils and Demons by Tondrio and Villeneuve, as ever, always pronouncing their names perfectly correctly. And first of this 5 set of demons that I wanted to discuss is Asmodeus, who you may have heard of. It's also known as Asmodei or Akhmedai, and it's a Hebrew demon, the chief demon of the Shadin, who, according to Tobias, massacred the 7 successive husbands of Sarah. The angel Raphael seized him and imprisoned him in the Egyptian desert, and Sarah was able to marry Tobias. In demonology, Asmodeus is the superintendent of the gaming houses in the court of hell. He likes to spread dissipation. He is depicted with 3 different heads, that of a bull, that of a man with fiery breath, and that of a ram. Some writers claim that he dethroned Solomon, but that the latter then conquered him and made him construct a temple. Under the Emperor Vespasian, an exorcist called Eleazar chased away demons by putting a ring in the nostrils of those possessed. One of the things I like about Asmodeus or Asmodei, and why it's a demon of particular interest to me, is because someone I'm a fan of, Alan Moore, once may have accidentally summoned this demon. And he has a great story about the summoning and the vision that he had of the demon and how it had correlations with things that he didn't know about Asmodei that came up later on in his research and things like that. I'm planning on doing a whole video about that experience that Alan Moore had. And I do have several copies of the Book of Tobit, which is one of the apocryphal texts that Asmodeus was first mentioned in. Whilst I'm flicking through and come across the P section, I wanted to give an honourable mention to Paimon, the powerful demon in charge of infernal ceremony. He appears in the form of a vigorous man with the face of a woman, crowned with jewels and mounted on a dromedary, and obviously is famously included in the film Hereditary, Hail Paimon. And Pazuzu, a Syrian demon embodying the southwest wind. A bronze statue in the Louvre dating from the 7th century shows him in human form. He has 2 double wings, and above his grimacing face there are 2 goat-like horns, and the inscription says, "I am Pazuzu, son of Hanpa. I am the king of the evil spirits of the air who come raging violently from the mountains." Probably the most iconic demon of all time. Here we have Yukobach, an inferior demon responsible for replenishing the oil in the infernal boilers. He is the inventor of fireworks and frying, and appears always with his body in flames. Apparently the oil in the boilers is actually the blood of the damned, and he has been given this task by Beelzebub himself. So I'm not sure why you would want to summon Yukobach, maybe to help with your seasoning your frying pans or something. And next up we have Eurynomus, the prince of death in hell. His body is horrible and he is covered with fox fur. He uses his long teeth to feed on decaying carcasses and dead bodies. He is described as being the colour between blue and black, like that of meat flies, and he sits upon a vulture's skin whilst he eats the dead. And it apparently comes from a Greek origin, being one of the demons of Hades. Now we have the Devil of Silver. This is from an old legend at the end of the 19th century, which described a demon who flew in the form of a dragon, dropping pieces of silver behind him. To catch him, it was necessary to pull the devil by the tail. Some people thought that the devil carried his purse under his tail like the pagan god Mercury. Shout out to Mephistopheles, name for the devil popularized in the first part of Goethe's Faust. "I am," says Mephistopheles, "whichever cancels out, and rightly so, for everything in existence is worthy only of destruction. So it would be better if nothing existed. Thus everything which you call sin and destruction, in short, that which is understood by evil, that is my element." Great manifesto of Mephistopheles there. Now we have Lechis, rural spirits that are similar to fauns and other satyrs, who pull travellers down into the woods and then tickle them so much that they eventually die laughing. Even in Russia today, people still believe in the Lechis. Still in L we have Lemurs, souls of the dead who sometimes return to the world to reunite themselves with their bodies. Plato spoke of them in Phaedra. The Etruscans and the Romans thought that the lemurs attached themselves to the living in order to torment them. The Etruscans and the Romans tried to appease them by conducting strange ceremonies known as the Lemuria, held every May. The father of a family would offer black beans to the demons. Because they appeared in the form of spectres or animals, some occultists compared them incorrectly to vampires. We're going to have one more demon before we call it a day today. Let's have Furfur, Count of Hell, leading 26 legions. He appears as an angel or as a winged stag with human arms and a flaming tail. He controls storms and will only answer questions with lies unless he is enclosed within a magic triangle when he will solve the most abstract problems. And there we have it, a set of demons and devils